Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
I want to
Hey!
say something so that you know that I'm here, but I really don't want to be here right now.
Yeah, okay, that was the bit.
Why do you have more followers than me?
I will hunt down the enemies of CritCrab. Alright, the man himself, Jocat, is in the house.
Yes, hello, it's me, Jocat. This helmet's really hard to wear.
It looks
lists
really
to
hard
the
to wear.
side. Oh god, oh god, oh!
Oh no, it's gonna fall! Davey, no!
What are we up to today, my gamer bro?
Alright, well. Yeah, well then. Today, I have Dungeons and Dragons memes. But not just any Dungeons and Dragons memes. Holy shit, it is hard to see anything with these sunglasses in this time of
You can
day.
take them off. You're allowed. I'm allowed to know what you look like. It's professional courtesy, yo.
Oh, alright. Huh?
It's professional courtesy.
Professional courtesy, yeah.
I
you
need to
make
know what you
sure.
look like so that if I see you out like at a con, I can be all like, "It's CritCrab! Oh my god, it's CritCrab!"
If you do that, I will end you. Alright.
All right, let's do this.
One sec.
I'm ready.
Let us commence the gaming. But by gaming, I mean not gaming.
Wait, so you could hear me? You were hearing me?
Oh yeah,
Right?
totally.
So what are the headphones for?
I'm like that meme with the blue kid that dies.
What?
Ah! Ah!
Camera down at all, or-
I mean, I'm probably just gonna have my editor put a crab over here or something like that.
You have an editor?
Заколебал уже.
Ают! Наказай!
Yeah, I pay him in
Throw 'em
packing
away.
peanuts.
Hey, I might have an editor too. Yeah, she was Emma. She was the one that was actually streaming with me earlier. She had
Oh.
my videos. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Oh, all right.
Tell your editor what was the name? Peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts. That's his name.
Yo, Peanuts. This portion of me only. All this whiteness? No.
All right. Anyways, without further ado, let us review a few Dungeons and Dragons meme I've collected. I delivered that story. Let's go. And let's start with some simple ones. Barbarian. No worries, I have a plan. The plan. Axe.
So, I won't lie. I took one look at this, and it reminded me of when I was younger. I had a whole bunch of Bionicles, but like they weren't the ones that moved, and all of my friends had the ones that moved. And so when I was younger, what I would do is I would like slowly like break apart all the Bionicles and swap out the pieces until, without my friends knowing, I would end up with all the pieces that assemble the cool Bionicle, and my friends would just be left with the shitty bad ones. But also, this is exactly what barbarians do. God, barbarians in D&D.
Barbarians, man. Amazing.
Me. My character is large, green, barbarian dude who's constantly angry. DM? No, you can't play the Hulk. That's pretty unoriginal. Me? You know who else is pretty unoriginal? Me.
My mom!
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I never watched regular show, so I don't get this reference at all.
When the druid fails their save against vicious mockery. Everybody hurts.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. See, I enjoy that you can have, like, the depressed deer, but also that deer looks like it's, like, posing for something, so...
It does. It looks like it's on, like, Vogue or whatever.
When the paladin learns that fish don't have a religion yet... Top of the morning to ya, heretics!
He looks ready to go cut a bass or something.
Oh my god, I love it. I want to know, like, what sort of prompted this to happen in the first place. Like, who had a scuba diving gear as well as like a full suit of armor, and also decided the best thing to do is take a picture of them wearing both?
And he's got that squat going on, you know? He is ready for battle. He has his sword.
It's just the weirdest pose ever. You know what bothers me the most? Is that there's a shark in the background that's like, I don't want to be a part of this.
He's swimming away. He is running away. He is leaving this man alone.
When you pss into the void, sometimes it is back. I love that though. You know what I love the most about it? Is that it has to be photoshopped.
Yeah, no, there's no way this is actually real. The eye's been photoshopped on the back of the cat.
Right? Like, I love it because it's all, like, voidy, but, like, some of those eyes don't match up with where heads would be, just at all. It looks like all of their heads are underneath it, and all the eyes were just blopped on. Sorry to ruin this meme.
Yeah, no, it's
me telling jokes here. My joke is, oh, yeah, no, this is fake and dumb.
You ruin everything, Davy.
I guess I
my
do.
Discord call. You ruined Unearthed Arcana, and now this.
I ruined Unearthed...
You take that back.
When the bandits that the party spared that one time in the first session come back as NPCs to fend off the big bad evil guy's army, we were bad, but now we're good.
I love it because, like, it's such a meme. So if you ever want your NPC to not get murdered, give them a name. You don't even need to tell the party in-game that they have a name, but you can put a little name tag on them, and everybody will emotionally connect with them, and suddenly, like, they'll do their absolute best to spare that one NPC so that they can become the mascot of the party. And then that mascot will, like, build themselves up, or they'll build that mascot up, and that mascot will come to save them in their time of need.
Or he'll just sit on his ass eating Doritos. Haha, that definitely didn't happen in my campaign.
Did it?
He sat on his ass eating Doritos. The party gives no fucks.
In my campaign, they were fighting a group of lizard folk. I put one name on one lizard folk and put him in front, and they had to surrender because they couldn't bring themselves to kill him. My players, hey, our characters have been going through a lot. Can we have a beach episode? Me, as the DM? Sure thing. The beach episode.
My leg! My leg!
Oh, God!
Don't die on me! The monster manual. The monster manual. If the mind flayers would do less weird shit!
Oh my God. So many problems. Like, half of the abjuration monsters their lore just boils down to, were the mind flayers involved? Yup. Probably an experiment. It's really interesting because it makes me wonder, like, if you threw all kinds of different races at mind flayers and they just got to experiment on them, what kind of weird shit would you, like, come up with? What kind of weird, like, an entire campaign could be centered around mind flayers just throwing out their experiments, and that's pretty much what most aberrations are anyway. Well, I think my favorite thing about mind flayers is that they themselves don't actually have any control. They all worship a big, giant, disgusting, slimy brain in the middle of ooze. Players, we hate railroading. The DM should just give us a sandbox to explore. DM builds a sandbox world for the players. Players, now what? That's so true, though. Like, so this is what I was talking about in my writing a campaign video, not to plug, but, like, all games are railroaded to an extent because your players aren't going to have enough to do. Like, obviously you can drop them into a world, but more than likely going to look for something to do, and then you're going to have to come up with anything anyway. Otherwise, they're just going to sit around and be all like...
Go fuck yourself.
Alright, I just gotta admire the little pufferfish guy on the bottom left who just looks like he's seen God. When the DM says, you can certainly try...
Stop right there!
There's DM code for a lot of things. The most obvious DM code is when somebody tries to do something and the DM says, are you sure?
Are you sure? Yes. That is under the table saying, look, you're about to kill yourself.
Right?
Are you sure about that? No. Seriously, except every time I say that, my players double down. They take it as like a challenge. Oh, you think I can't make it? Let's leave it up to the dice, huh? And then they fail. My campaigns, I put the pain in campaign.
When you come in late to your D&D session, no time to explain. Grab a cactus.
That's actually happened in one of my games, though. One of my players came in late in like the middle of a boss fight, and we didn't want to explain the lore because we were super caught up in the moment, you know? It's just like, we're fighting the big guy, here's your character sheet, jump on in.
So my players generally try to come up with like weird and wacky ways of dealing with a lot of their problems, but considering we don't usually start until everybody's there. I've never had a moment where somebody's jumped in mid-crazy planning, and especially nothing as crazy as this image right here.
I wonder what the context is. This dude actually is wielding a cactus in his bare hands. He looks like he's about to attack the dude who's, you know, looking into the camera.
I like to think that he's not... No, because like the guy in the camera is a little bit further. I like to think that what he's actually doing is showing his dominance. Like, I have the cactus! I am the leader!
Hey, PC, look at me. Bitch.
I love that. Sometimes I catch my players in a bit where they're specifically told that they're not supposed to look at something, and so a little while later, when their guard is down, I'll describe the room to them, or I'll describe something to them, or I'll ask them what they're doing, especially when they say that they're looking around. I ask them, like, what they're looking around, and they're just saying, oh, just everywhere, and I'm like, oh, everywhere. And they're like, wait, no! Roll a wisdom save. Bro, do you think Medusa's hair sheds?
Okay, I'm moving on. Moving on.
Oops, my d20 rolled off the table. It's a nat 20! What do you mean I have to re-roll it? Aww.
DM. Hey, so let me ask you, does a 25 hit wizard with a 12 AC? Yeah, that's not funny.
That's one of the things that always gets me, because sometimes my players will ask, hey, does a 29 hit? And I'll have to say, yes, the 29 hits. Or, more worryingly, I can say, no, it doesn't. And then the tone shifts. The last surviving minion trying to escape the encounter. My players? Oh my god. Yes! I feel this so much. I've tried. I've bartered, I've fought, I have pleaded with my players to let a single person survive their rampages of slaughter and destruction, but no goblin, no kobold, no NPC, nothing is spared the slaughter. Even if I name them afterwards, they don't get killed, they just get kidnapped. It's pretty crazy. I think my favorite thing is somebody went to such lengths to catch a player that they were an orc and they got haste casted on them, and so they used their action to dash. They used their hasted action to dash. They used their bonus action to dash, and then they moved. And they described how they used their big, strong, meaty orc legs to bound through the forest after a single goblin.
You sound like it's good to get that out. The anger can cloud your judgment. Mm-hmm. A 22 does not hit.
I love that we were just talking about this. Yeah. When you were supposed to clean, cook, and exercise today, but instead you're lying on the sofa and eating your third pizza in 6 hours to a YouTube marathon? The wretched. Small monstrosity, neutral evil.
Oh, neutral evil. Yeah, that's about me.
Yo, no lie though, that wretched is dummy thick.
He kinda has that cake, you know?
The fuck?
I'm not saying that you're cheating, but none of your stats in your character sheet are below 17, and since we began the campaign, there isn't a single dice roll that was smaller than 15. Scratch that. I think you cheated on your character creation, and your dice are loaded. Fine, you can have your OP homebrew curse for your damn Warlock instead of Eldritch Blast, but as a penalty, I'm giving you a -2 in all your save rolls except for the intelligence save rolls. That gets a -3. Why do you want to leave the campaign? It was going so well, and it's just begin... Oh, you think I went too far with the dog child last session? It made you uncomfortable? Noted. I'm sorry.
We don't talk about the dog child.
So I've seen 2 of these anime because I don't watch anime. Like I'll watch I watch some anime shows, but that's because they're shows and not because they're anime.
Right.
Like I watched Sword Art Online because it was a big hype show. It was very, very disappointing. I didn't watch Re:Zero because it just I wasn't attracted to it. But I did watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it was one of my favorite fucking shows ever. It's so good.
Full
So
Metal
well written.
Alchemist, amazing. It pretty much canceled out everything that left me sour-mouthed about Sword Art Online. Yeah, I watched Sword Art Online first. I thought it was cool, and it made me like. I just finished Hunter x Hunter and Naruto and Bleach, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick up another one. Sword Art Online looks pretty cool. And
Bro,
after
I grew
that,
up on Naruto.
I bet he's thinking of new plots. Sigil?
So I actually have some personal experience with this because throughout my entire barbarian guide, I pronounced zealot.
Oh no.
And people never let me live the end or hear the end of it, and now I will only ever pronounce zealot.
Nah, it's okay.
DM, what's your backstory? Warlock. I hope you live to be 100. I hope I live to be 100 minus a day, so I never have to live without you. Haha, I feel the same, silly old bear. So, we will die together then? Yeah, wait, what? The pact is sealed.
DM bragging on Reddit.
Yeah, I TPK'd the party with 40 to 50 goblins just to show them who's really in charge.
DM in actual session. Oh no, the spider got the critical hit. I'll just fudge it so they won't get mad.
My players would be dead so often if it weren't for me keeping them alive.
Same.
Players, I know you think you're cool, but you would be dead so often if it wasn't for your if it wasn't for your DM keeping you alive. That's just the true reality of it. Is we like to talk up how much we do terrible things to our players, but at the end of the day, we would do anything if it meant keeping our players alive or keeping them all snuggly and happy. Because the rule 0-1 is make sure your players are having fun.
Yeah.
The DM just trying to surprise paranoid veteran players. There's a wizard in this closet, isn't there? Isn't there?
I don't even want to know the context. Your fighter's backstory, all like edgy, pumped, jacked super fighter, but then your fighter when you start the game.
Right. There was a meme that I saw, and it was my favorite thing ever because it was the best representation of this. And I know that I'm trying to talk about this meme by comparing it to another meme, but it was a meme about how yeah, it was a comic strip about how a dude came into a tavern and he's like, I trained with the Iratus Brotherhood. I slayed the dragon that killed my wife. I am Korgog the Mighty. And then the next panel is killed by goblins, level 3.
That is so true though. Like they always put in their backstory something like I won the champion. I was like a champion fighter or something, and now I'm here to save the world. And then they have to like punt one goblin across a football field and fail.
DM to the wizard. You take 34 damage. Wizard. What the fuck? I'm almost dead. Bear totem barbarian. Yeah, almost dead. Yeah.
Bear totem barbarian. Why?
Why? Broken subclass. I personally hate beyond all reason the resistance that barbarians get because they are a class that is meant to tank. They already have the highest health pool in the game, and now on top of that, they are resistant to everything, or at least basic damage.
Doesn't that basically like double their?
Yes. It basically does. They are the only class with a D12 health pool, and they are the only class that scales off of con. Wait, no, they are the only class that because everybody can use con, but they are the only class that directly scales off of con because they need it for their AC. So they will have the most health unless you're building them incorrectly. You'd be doing it on purpose. And on top of all that, you double that because they take half damage from everything. It's insane. It should have been a flat bonus, like how the medium or heavy armor master gives you like knocks off 3 health. Obviously, it should like get stronger as you go, as enemies like do more damage themselves. But like, it's just nonsense. It makes me so angry because the worst part is that like. It's so hard to plan around a barbarian because there's 2 things you do. You either don't play with them because they're in the game, but your NPCs, you're like in a fighting encounter, your enemies, they just avoid the barbarian, otherwise they will get stomped, and they go for anybody else, and so the barbarian doesn't even get to do his job. Or you use mind magics, and then the barbarian doesn't get to play. And those are the two things you do if you want to not have to deal with the barbarian. And it's just...
Honestly, it hurts.
I think you just got a sneak peek for what's going to be my next video.
It'll take far longer for me to release this. Honestly, trust me.
Maybe.
We'll see how my editor's doing. Isn't that right, Peanuts?
Isn't that right, Peanuts?
Yeah, Peanuts.
Yeah, so that's all of them. Hell yeah!
That's all the memes, guys.
Review.
We did it. We did it. We made it through all of them without my internet crashing again somehow. Amazing.
For the third time.
Viewers probably won't know what I'm talking about because I'm going to cut out the internet crashing part. But hey, it happened.
Oh yeah. Thank you for having me on your channel. I imagine that by the time that this video comes out, you will be past me in subscribers. So congratulations. Our job is terrible, and we compare ourselves to our peers every day.
It hurts.
It just makes us feel a little bit worse.
It hurts. It hurts. I feel for you so bad. When I started making YouTube videos, you had like 50 or 60 some K.
Right.
I was just like, damn, I'll never be up there with the superstars.
I'm here for Jocat.
I'm here for Jocat. Let's all hear it for Jocat. I don't know who all is. I stopped the recording a while ago.
Did you? Well, thank you for having me on your video, on your channel. You have a lovely home.
Thank you. I put the cardboard up myself.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate that you colored it. Crayon is not what I would have gone for, but hey, good anyway.
Yeah. And
yeah,
with
so,
that, till next time.